Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, we'll be examining a significant investigation involving AirAsia, one of Southeast Asia's largest budget airlines, as it faced scrutiny from Malaysia's regulatory bodies, the Security Commission Malaysia, Bank Negara Malaysia and Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. These investigations stem from a major bribery scandal disclosed by the UK's Serious Fraud Office in 2020, which implicated AirAsia executives in receiving 50 million USD from Airbus in exchange for substantial aircraft orders. Let's explore the regulatory requirement these authorities enforce, AirAsia's compliance status and what this means for the airline's future. The Securities Commission Malaysia oversees capital markets to ensure fair and transparent corporate practices among publicly listed companies. AirAsia Group Berhad, listed on Bursa Malaysia, is bound by these regulations, particularly regarding insider influence and transparency in financial reporting. The SC's investigation centered on whether AirAsia's undisclosed arrangement with Airbus constituted a breach of fiduciary duty, potentially misleading shareholders. Specifically, the allegations revealed that the payments were tied to sponsorship of Queen's Park Rangers, a sports team associated with AirAsia executive Tony Fernandez and Kamarudin Miranun. While AirAsia claimed these decisions were collectively made for the company's benefit, the SC's regulation require that companies avoid conflicts of interest and ensure all material transactions are fully disclosed to protect shareholders. This investigation prompted AirAsia to enhance its corporate governance, improving board oversight on major agreements to comply better with SC expectations. Now, let's turn to BNM. Although BNM does not directly handle bribery cases, it upholds anti-money laundering (AML) and counter-financing of terrorism measures, which are essential in curbing corruption. BNM enforces rigorous Know Your Customer practices and requires financial institutions to report any suspicious transaction. In response to these standards, AirAsia would be expected to implement AML compliance procedures, particularly when handling international transactions like those alleged in the Airbus deal. To align with BNM's expectation, AirAsia has pledged to improve transparency in all financial dealings and ensure strict adherence to AML regulations, reinforcing trust in its international business operations. Lastly, we have BMSB, which requires all listed companies to uphold stringent corporate governance standards. Bursa Malaysia mandates that companies disclose significant transactions and maintain accurate, honest communication with shareholders. The Airbus payment, which were not initially disclosed to shareholders, presented a potential breach of Bursa Malaysia's disclosure requirement. Although AirAsia argued that sponsorship deals were public knowledge, BMSB's policy insists on disclosing all material agreement to shareholders in a transparent manner. In response, AirAsia has improved its compliance practices, pledging that future deals involving the board and executive will undergo detailed disclosure to shareholders. This aligns with Bursa Malaysia's goal of protecting investors and maintaining market integrity. In conclusion, the investigation into AirAsia have highlighted crucial regulatory expectations from the SC, BNM and BMSB, all aiming to enforce transparency, ethical corporate governance and financial accountability. While no final verdict has yet been disclosed, AirAsia has proactively strengthened its compliance framework and governance policies to meet these standards. This case underscores the importance for companies like AirAsia to balance growth with ethical practices, ensuring that investor trust and corporate integrity remain intact. Moving forward, AirAsia's adherence to these measures will be pivotal in restoring confidence among investors and regulatory authorities, setting a benchmark for corporate conduct in Malaysia's aviation industry. Thank you for tuning in to this analysis. This case serves as a reminder of the critical role that regulation play in sustaining trust in public companies. As we follow AirAsia's journey toward greater transparency and compliance, we can see how these regulatory bodies work together to maintain accountability across Malaysia's financial and corporate sectors.